It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in cinema, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Bryce!
And Murray, who must have been working, as I did not see him at the cinema again this week. All work and no play is no way to live, Merman.
No, it's just the way to make money.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Didn't somebody sing a song called That's Just the Way It Is?
Yes, that would be someone you guys don't like.
Never change.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Ah, but don't you believe it?
No.
Yeah, right? That's why Murray works all the time. Dumb. Well, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform. Or support us and join our Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible movie that played in cinemas. And you know what? We'll watch it. Now, let's get to raging. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Hey, Bryce, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to my favorite cinema, Canyon Meadows Cinema, to see the best second-run movies at the best price.
What? How inexpensive are they?
Regular price is $5.
Regular price is $5. Makes me hope they also serve pizza.
They do, plus a lot of other great food choices. Plus, I'm planning my office Christmas party there. They can host a plethora of options for any get-together. Gaming, movie, drag show.
Drag show? Now I know where I'm planning my next party.
Hey, maybe you think there's a Liam Neeson or a superhero movie planned?
I hope not. But maybe there'll be a great independent documentary.
Sure. Call CMC at 403-670-5444 to book a special event or go online at canyonmeadowscinema.ca.
Oh, so good.
I know you missed the streaming.
Yeah. Do I ever? Oh, we didn't.
Some of us
stream
did.
nothing.
Some of us did.
But we did. But we're not talking about it. What?
No streaming for you.
No streaming for you.
No stream for you. Well, we went to the cinemas, though.
We did. Well, you guys did.
2 of us went together. Hand in hand.
You guys spend way too
We
much
did
time
not hold
together.
hands.
Merrily.
It's not natural.
What?
The amount of time you guys spend together.
I don't know. I kind of like things unnatural.
This bromance.
It's pretty broy. You're just not fitting in with the bromance, Mur.
Who's up to work?
It's three ways are always the way.
I have 2 jobs now.
That's a lot of jobs.
I know.
So many jobs.
Still don't make as much as Bryce does, though.
That's too many jobs.
That's true.
All right, so we started our viewing extravaganza with a movie called Moonage Daydream. Moonage Daydream is a documentary that spans the career of one Mr. David Bowie. It is not your typical doc, as it has no talking heads gushing over the man, and while it covers his career, it does it in a most visually stunning way, perhaps the most visually stunning way that I've ever seen on film. This is a breathtaking achievement by director Brett Morgan. It is a doc that would have been interesting to watch with no audio, as the astonishing visuals could have told the story all by themselves. Then when you add Bowie's words and music, you truly get a masterpiece of sound and vision.
What?
It is a documentary that feels more like a dream. There are no forced voiceovers at any point, with all the dialogue coming from interviews with Bowie over the years and news clips of Bowie's fans. Morgan's use of archival footage mixed with home videos, news footage, and movie clips was seamless. This was a fitting doc for Bowie, as its unconventional originality is only matched by the subject it is observing. I remember when this doc was announced that it was coming to IMAX screens. I thought, why on earth would a doc be shown in IMAX? And now I know why. If you have a chance to see this in IMAX, do it. It was meant to seen on that screen with that sound. I will say there are no stunning revelations in this one, nor are there any new tidbits that I didn't already know. Yet, by the end of it, I felt as though I knew the man more intimately than I ever could have imagined. Moonage Daydream was an immersive, hypnotic Mondo.
Huh. What do you know? Does anybody else here remember Laser Floyd?
I do.
Do you remember Laser Floyd, Mur?
No.
Well, the feeling you get the first time you see Laser Floyd, that's what I felt when this opened. But then I wondered, is this a moon landing or a doc about David Bowie? In fact, I actually turned to Bryce and said that.
Yes.
I said, wait a minute, is this a doc? Are we watching
we'll get there.
Are we watching a small movie, a short before the actual documentary?
Just got to be patient.
No, we were not. I felt when this opened that this moon landing would never end. But then seconds later, I'm transported into the mind and music of David Bowie through the vision of Brett Morgan.
Yes.
This film is chaotic and artistic and mind-bending, and at the same time about Bowie, and completely not about Bowie. The chaos of this movie, to me, only added to the chaos that was Bowie. On top of the artistic interpretation of all that is Bowie, this film comes with an extraordinary Bowie soundtrack of live performances.
Yes.
Intermixed with amazing visuals. When you see a film, especially a film about Bowie, you never know what you're going to expect. But when you see a traditional musician biopic, this is not what you're going to get.
No.
This is far more spectacular. And what when I expected, when I talked to you about this, when it was coming out, I was like, I am afraid.
Yeah.
Because of all the people on the planet, Bowie is my most favorite artist of all time.
Yeah, I heard that about you.
Yes. Huge. So I was afraid what this is going to be. This film will have you wondering where it's going to go next. Even though true Bowie fans know what's coming, you never know how this will all come out. And this comes, as you've already mentioned, with interviews and footage of his personal life, TV interviews, his art, and vintage video clips. But stay on your toes, because changes come. Changes. Turn and face the strange.
Changes.
Don't want to be a richer man.
Changes.
Turn and face the strange.
Changes.
There's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Yeah, this was a huge Bowie-gasm for me. My fear of someone doing wrong by my favorite artist of all time was put to rest. This was everything and more for what I could have imagined a doc about Bowie could be. I loved every single second of listening to his thoughts and feelings change over time and showing the world things I've already known for quite a few years. Bowie was the greatest artist to ever live, and this doc about him was the best doc about him that's ever been created.
Yep.
It was motherfucking Mondo.
It was so good.
It was so good. I disagree with you though. I could not have not listened to the music. Like, it was just...
I didn't say that. All I
I
said
know.
was if the music wasn't there, it was visually stunning enough.
Yeah, it was.
And then when you add the music, it's like it just blows your mind. All I was saying is I could watch this with
or
no
just
mu-
listen to it. You could do both.
Or I could do both. I could do either.
It's either one. But you know what was one of the most amazing things about this was the editing.
Yeah.
Like, if this doesn't win any sort of award, like maybe the editing for this might actually win the Jim Film Rage Award this year.
There you go.
Because I've never seen a film that can meld, like, he's singing a live song and they melded in all these different times where he was like singing it when he was like close to death, or, you know, when he was doing like Aladdin Sane or what, you know, whatever he was singing, they would find a way to meld it in.
It was
That you couldn't
so
know
well
that
done.
it wasn't. It was. If you're a Bowie fan, you're gonna love this. If you like weird artsy music docs, you're gonna love this. If you like visually stunning, if you love Laser Floyd, go see this, because you will be your mind. Do some weed and then go see this, or don't do some weed and go see this. Either way, it's gonna be a mind blowing, motherfucking fabulous experience. Murray, you missed.
It was so good.
The best doc.
None of that applies to me.
Uh,
I'm not a Bowie fan. I don't like.
There's not even one song.
I don't like artsy. Whatever you said.
Do you not like one Bowie song?
They're okay.
Not even Let's Dance?
I'm not saying I
Murray,
hate them.
I
I'm
would
just saying
think
I don't
Let's
love
Dance
them.
would
No,
be
that's not one
a
of the
Murray
ones.
song.
It's not one of the ones.
What about Modern Love? Do you believe in Modern Love?
That's all right.
it's all right. All right.
What about China Girl?
Don't even know that one.
Oh.
I know it's a Christmas song. That was about it.
It's a Little Drummer Boy.
Notice you're taking you're giving him all the songs off the album that people would say this is where
be the
Bowie
Murray.
sold out.
Well, that's why I'm doing it. Because Murray, if he's not a fan, he would have
I'm
heard.
not saying I hate
he
him,
would have
I
heard
just-
Let's
I'm not a
Dance.
fan
If he
of
heard
his music.
anything,
Not
he
a
would have
fan of
heard
his
Let's
music.
Dance.
I'm just wondering how Brett Morgan got this released in IMAX, and it's like
not
how
shoot
do
it
you
in IMAX?
how do you approach this and go, you know what, we're gonna do this in IMAX, and I kind of demand that this be shown on this
The question
large.
is,
Yes.
These days, is it true IMAX or has it been
Well,
blown up to IMAX?
It's been blown up to IMAX, obviously, because it's using
It's old footage.
archival footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
But
he did it in
he
such
did
an
it
amazing
so
way.
amazingly,
The
it's crazy.
archival footage, normally you watch it in a cinema
4:3.
and it would be before 3. This was so well done. This is an homage to
Oh, yeah.
Bowie in a love that can never be not shown.
So good.
So good. Everybody see this movie.
Mondo.
And it's coming out this week. We saw it early, so because we're specially educated. All right. We also got to see, and actually all of us got to see this. I kind of think Murray would have liked this more if he was with us when we saw it.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Not at 10 o'clock at night after a 16-hour day. No.
Because Murray would have been tired.
I would have been super tired.
There you go.
I wouldn't have made it.
Well, we saw Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Barbarian?
Barber.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Barbarian?
Barbaran.
Yeah, that's the one. Does this have all the tropes of every other basement dwelling monster film?
Yes.
Yes, of course it does. But did I care?
No.
Heck no. Because this basement dweller monster movie is a serial killer. Hills Have Eyes, inbreeding sub-basement movie. And although basement movies have chases through dark places, they don't usually have miles of underground layers. And one of the Skarsgård kids, the good one, Bill. All the great basement inbred hillbilly tropes, plus all the supernatural evil villains who just won't die, are part of this crazy ride. This film just moves along like any other serious misunderstanding situation. But then when that left turn happens, hold on, because it goes from taking itself super serial to taking the gloves all the way off. And once their train is on the tracks, there's no getting off at any station but Crazy Town. Our villain is scary. Our villain is monstrous. And just like Jason, Freddy, and Mikey Myers, she is not going to stop till she gets her fill. After all, a mama's got to take care of her babies. Fresh milk. Yeah, this film was so much fun. It was so much milk. It was so much Mondo. And I got some unpacking. But I can see from Bryce's
So much
face,
milk.
So much milk.
Murray!
Murray, what'd you think?
Did not enjoy it
Ditto.
as much as you.
What?
Yeah, you guys know what's coming.
I kinda don't.
Solid performance from Georgina Campbell
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
one of the high points of a
Oh.
well-made yet increasingly frustrating thriller about a sinister
Frustrating?
basement.
Huh.
Now, this character starts off smart and seems to get stupider as
is
the movie
true.
wears on.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
She takes a picture of his ID. She locks the bedroom door, refuses to drink anything unless she has actually seen him prepare it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a big conversation about she's aware of the danger she's in as a woman
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a house with a stranger.
True.
Then she starts doing stupid crap
She fell in
that
love.
makes no sense outside of the plot of a horror film.
She fell in love.
With each passing minute, I kept hoping she would finally
She
be
liked
killed and gutted.
What?
God,
Too
Don't
much?
you mean milked?
Big mystery of what lies down below is less surprising than the choices the director chooses to make as the story goes to different time periods, locations, and viewpoints that basically distract you from what is basically a pretty lame monster movie.
What?
When I think about similar films like Don't Breathe and The People Under the Stairs,
Oh, people under the
this is
stairs.
subpar in comparison.
What?
The
No.
highlight for me
I like.
was Justin Long.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
what?
great.
Because normally you
He
don't like
was-
Justin
I
Long.
love Justin Long.
Well, this is
He
new.
was friggin' hilarious.
He was.
Though I'm sure that was not the intention.
I
I
think
think
it
it
was.
was.
He played
absolutely
a
the
Harvey
intention.
Weinstein Me Too type character, which I'm assuming is the opposite of his real personality.
Maybe.
I
knows?
love me some Justin Long, but Justin as a tough guy, badass slimeball, not.
What?
I did enjoy
Did
his
you see the
over-the-top
same movie as us?
badassness at the end, though. And it was a good death scene. Big secret here is that sadly, it's not very good.
What?
Nearly a rage. Justin Long makes it a meh.
Huh.
Huh. I think we have more unpacking
But
to
you
do.
knew I was going to hate it.
Well,
I did.
I,
I
hate
thought
stupid
I thought
horror
you-
movies where there are stupid characters who do stupid things.
It's so much stupid.
Oh,
That's
but
my
so much
least favorite
fun.
part of horror movies is stupid characters.
Oh, I love
Well,
it.
Murray,
When
She
I cheer
fell
for
in
the
love.
bad guys.
She fell in love.
I respectfully disagree. Barbarian was a bloody good time. It started out based in reality. It was clever and well written. About 20 minutes in, someone gets their head bashed in, and I was all in at that point. And then as the film went on, it became more and more implausible and somewhat ridiculous, and I could not have cared less as I was having too good a time. The tense reality of the first act gave way to a bonkers second act,
It was so bonkers.
highlighted by a guy getting his arm ripped off and then he gets beaten to death with it. We also get Justin Long, who plays one of the most unlikable yet extremely entertaining characters in the film. I occasionally forget how much I like Justin Long, but this movie reminded me how enjoyable he can be to watch. Long story short, this is one of my favorite horror movies in years. It balanced shock and gore and humor beautifully. It was Mondo.
Yeah, it was so good. I normally I get it, Murray. I do not like slasher films because to me they got tiresome. But this was just like you said. It started with it took itself so seriously.
serious.
It was so seriously.
It almost sucker punches you
It
with
does.
its bonkers.
It was
Slow.
It was so slow and so.
I know, and I was loving it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, this
was
is
not.
dripping with like anticipation about what's gonna happen. And then when the head bash scene comes,
And
it's
then it
just
just
like
switches gears. It's like, what the is going on?
There was the left turn at Albuquerque,
Oh,
and it was
man.
like, I'm in for this.
I love this movie.
So, did you love the best part? Of course, it has the whole superhero trope that goes with it, but that she just wouldn't die.
wouldn't
No
die.
matter what. She gets rammed into it. Like, we're giving you spoilers here, people.
well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she gets run into by a car, pinned to the house. It's like, okay, well, there's no way. They come back down. She's gone.
Didn't they shoot her once or
I think
twice too?
They shot
Several
her.
times.
Yeah.
She falls off a building.
But she falls off of she falls off a building. She's fine.
But wait, the best scene in the movie, Murray, come on, you can't disagree with this. When they're hiding in the room and the guy's like, I've been living here 15 years. She's never gonna find us. And like, as soon as he says that, it's like,
But it was predictable.
it's like bam.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
That's-
It was also
everything was-
predictable.
everything
and
was
so,
predictable.
It was
and
also
these are the
awesome.
exact reasons why I hate most horror
Oh, it
films.
was so well
There
done.
hasn't been a horror film in years that has been unpredictable and doesn't have stupid characters.
I
in
just
it.
want to be entertained, man, and
Yeah.
this was so entertaining.
For this
I
type
don't
of
want to be
movie,
insulted. This kind of stuff
oh,
insults my intelligence.
there's no insulting
No.
of
Yes,
intelligence
it
here.
does.
well, okay, we can all agree that Murray checks his brain at the door when he watches a Maverick movie.
Action
Apparently,
movie.
you and I check our brains when we go to a horror movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I think that's ultimately what we're saying here. Everybody has their favorite genre.
Yes.
Like, we're deep grounded. Bryce and I grew up horror kids, and Murray grew
I
up
didn't.
an action pack.
Action and comedy. That's what I grew up
There you go.
Mm,
So
but this was action and
with.
comedy,
No, it wasn't.
yeah, it
and
was.
so much more.
And how about Justin Long with that song at the beginning?
So good.
What the hell was that song? Did you write it?
I don't know.
I don't
It
even
was so-
care.
It
It
was
was
so
awesome.
good.
That's stupid.
Oh, Murray. I
You
feel
know-
so sad that you didn't enjoy this as much as we did.
You know what? He would have enjoyed it more if he was with us.
Yeah. After a 16-hour day and 2 hours sleep, I would have hated it even more.
Aw.
At least on Tuesday, I had a little bit of sleep, so I
Nice.
was fresh. But yeah,
He was fresh for the most freshest horror movie we've seen since X.
He's fresh,
So
exciting, so exciting to me.
girl.
Are you guys finished unpacking?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
we packed. There's so much
unpacked.
milk in this to unpack.
There was a lot of milk.
I felt like
Glad
the,
you
the only thing that
So much
wasn't
milk.
enough of was more milk.
Yeah, we could have used a little more milk. And I'm a vegan saying that.
It wasn't real milk anyway. Speaking of horror, the wolf. Whoops!
Yes, the wolf.
Touch my board.
Well, your
Slap
board's-
it.
hit the buttons then,
Your
man.
your
I did hit the
board's
button.
your
I hit the
board's a
button.
breaking.
I hit the
this
button.
one was on.
No,
That
Apparently-
one was going tick, 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 tick. Did you not hear that?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, Murr.
Murray's still sleeping.
because I'm talking.
Anyways,
Don't
as you
interrupt.
were.
He also can't chew gum at the same time. The wolf.
Something about a wolf.
Can I go now?
I don't know.
Anytime.
Can your buttons be right?
The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
What
What?
are you talking about?
Snow Hollow has a problem.
What?
So like
wolf-
Sleepy Hollow?
A wolf problem.
Wolf problem.
Beautiful young women
Oh, I've
are
seen
being
this.
mutilated and decapitated by something
This is
or
good.
someone.
I like this movie.
They also have a sheriff problem.
Yes.
The old one, played by Robert Forster
Yep.
in his final film,
It's what's his head?
has a heart problem and has to hand over the reins
the
to
Thunder
his
Road guy.
Yeah.
alcoholic. Don't interrupt me.
He's all excited.
Hand over the reins to his alcoholic, angry son.
But I really like this
Played
movie.
by the excellent Jim Cummings.
Yes, Thunder Road
he
guy.
loves.
That's all you need to know about this low-budget horror film from 2020.
It's so good.
Since it was released at the height of COVID, it probably didn't hit any theaters. It did show up at a few festivals, even winning a couple of awards at Fangoria. Jim Cummings, for those who don't know, is a
funny as
talented
hell.
actor-director behind such great films as Thunder Road
Yes.
and The Beta Test.
Yes.
Yes.
He also had some memorable performances in Greener Grass
Yes.
and Halloween Kills.
Yes.
This film, he definitely had some anger management issues.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
much everybody that dares to disagree with him gets yelled at, beat up, or fired.
It's so awesome.
Don't know if you can just blame it on the alcohol.
I gotta watch this again.
This was a fun ride, full of some oddball characters and some tense moments, courtesy of Jim Cummings and his short fuse.
Yes.
I wasn't a fan of the jump cuts, some of the scenes that just fast forwarded or time warped, and all of a sudden they're wearing different clothes and it's a different time of day. Like, they didn't explain any of that. Made it a bit confusing. It was also lacking in gore.
Yeah.
I get that it was a low budget, and the creature effect was kind of cool, but they didn't show much of the violence.
What?
I don't get how this got an 18+ rating. Like, if it hadn't been for the F-bombs, it might have been a PG. Like, there was almost no violence in it. Could have been a Mondo, but this wolf was too tame and was just a meh.
Aww. It was Mondo.
That's all I got.
It was meh for me too.
It was Mondo.
It's fun.
Beta test was Mondo too.
That was Mondo.
Thunder Road was Mondo.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Oh, sweet rage. Well, my rage this week could possibly be the worst. Well, I won't say the worst. I would say the weakest rage I had. My biggest rage this week is that I did not get to see Barbarian with Murray this week in the cinemas. That's my rage.
Okay.
Believe me, I would not have helped.
It might have. That's it. That's all. You know why? Because I had two Mondos in the film we watched this week.
They were so good.
They were so good. There's nothing I could complain about.
You're not getting rid of
Nothing.
For me, so.
Oh, there was something you could complain about, Jim.
Oh, well, I want to hear what this is.
You could complain about what I'm going to complain about.
All right.
My rage this week is the lady at Landmark Cinemas who told me she would get someone to look into the horrible noise that was drowning out the film in Cinema 9.
That's right.
And no one ever came. The noise proceeded through the whole film. And then after the film, there was no one anywhere to be found to complain to. The lobby was a ghost town and not one employee anywhere. We walked out. We were the only two people in that whole like, where was everybody?
Was this because
I
you went
couldn't
to
even
a 10 o'clock
complain
movie
to
on a
anybody.
Monday?
I know. What's that?
You went to a 10 o'clock movie on a Monday. There's no one left.
Yeah.
It's out.
Not cool, Landmark lady. You said you were going to help me out and you lied.
You ran away.
You are a liar. Not cool at all.
I mean,
But-
the woman who makes $16 an hour didn't help you? I'm shocked.
That's right. But you know what? Maybe, I'm just guessing,
Yes,
she built herself an underground sub-basement
maybe.
and she's milking something right now.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
That's my hope. Okay, that was worth raging about.
Yeah.
Sure, I was there.
Although, to be honest, about 20 minutes in, it was like, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
still
The
enjoying
music
this
became
a lot.
loud in the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
so-
It was
I mean, something funny started to happen in the movie.
whatever.
Once the head crack happened,
Yeah, once the violence started, then it was okay.
The whole thing was more than okay.
it was super okay.
It was
First 20
very,
minutes, I was
very,
bored.
very,
Especially with
very
the best
Mondo.
Skarsgård in it.
Yep.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Ooh, I've been dying to try this place.
Oh my god, me too. I've heard such good things about it.
Welcome to the Crime Diner. I'm Cindy. I'll be cooking for you this evening. Here are your menus.
Ooh, what are you thinking about getting?
I don't know, murder with a side of cannibalism? What about you?
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm torn between historical mayhem and the social injustice, maybe?
Oh.
I just want to let you know that each episode comes with dinner, dessert, and a specialty drink chosen by yours truly.
Wine Dine and Storytime has had a makeover, and we invite you to slide into the booth with us at the Crime Diner, where each week we will discuss a crime over dinner, drinks, and dessert. See you there!
Sounds yummy.
Those peoples are super tasty. And I'm not speaking from a cannibal's point of view. I'm speaking from a podcast listener point of view. So,
So what?
Did you eventually get to see this movie in the 5 minutes that you had left in your week to watch it?
Tuesday morning, I watched The Kingdom.
The Kingdom. Murray, did you get to watch The Kingdom?
No, I did not.
Ruh-oh.
For two reasons.
Let's hear it.
First one is
You were tired?
I didn't want to pay $5 to watch it on demand. I
Oh.
couldn't find it anywhere
It
else.
was on Prime.
I didn't see it on my Prime. I looked.
I watched it on Prime.
Did you
I
pay
think so.
to watch it on Prime?
No,
Oh, well, my Prime didn't have it. I looked.
Oh.
I must have special Prime.
Maybe
I
you have
don't
special
know.
Prime. Maybe you pay more than I do.
No.
He's super
Anyway,
Prime.
the other reason
Mm.
is
Hope I didn't
obviously
pay
I'm
for it.
biased towards Jason Bateman. I don't know if I could ever vote against him, so I took myself out of it.
Mm.
So it's up
But
to you guys.
shouldn't you have watched it to see who was actually better?
I saw it like when it came out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's. You know what the funniest
And
thing
back
about
then, I didn't even know who Chris Cooper was.
you know what the funniest thing about this
No.
is when I put it up on social media,
Yeah.
telling everybody that we were going to be watching this on the list.
Yeah.
I had more than 5 people come to me and said, "Is Jason Bateman in this movie?" Like I'm going, they're like, "Oh yeah," and they were all talking about everybody else that was in it. I'm like, "Yeah, he was in it. He was a main character in it."
Okay.
I thought that was funny. Is it because he's not on the poster?
I don't know. He's in it a lot.
He's in it. He's in it a lot.
Yes.
He's pretty amazing in it.
So before we go forward, was
Yes.
Richard Jenkins in it enough to be involved in this?
Yeah, but Richard Jenkins
took
is
him out
already out of
already.
the mix.
He's already gone.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
I
Yeah.
just looked at the list.
What?
No, we took him down.
Well, he's there.
He shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be there.
Who took him down?
We took him down
We
for a
did.
long time ago.
'Cause
When?
He went up against somebody else and he lost.
Who'd he go against?
I can't remember.
Yeah, we can't remember this far back. What are you talking
This
about?
is your guys' thing, not me.
Yeah.
All I know is I looked on the list and he wasn't on there.
Yeah, I think you. When did you look at the lists?
When did I look at the list? Like
6
this-
years ago?
No, this morning. Or sorry, Tuesday morning.
Maybe he found his way back on. Like some kind of apparition.
Mesmerized list.
I didn't see him on there.
He's on there.
But he wasn't in it long enough anyway.
Wasn't he?
He wasn't there. He's still on the list. But I know we took him off.
I know we did.
I
Now we have
don't-
to go back and listen to all our
Yeah,
podcasts.
Gary-
Guarantee
gonna-
we took him off.
I don't
'cause
think we
looked.
took him off.
Yeah, we did.
You know what? Just like Audacity, sometimes our website just does
It's
things
glitchy.
for us.
I don't think we
It's
took him
technology.
off.
Sometimes
No, I guarantee you did.
the website actually decides for us.
Yes.
Well, anyways, I don't know. I don't really care who you took here. You didn't take Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman was terrible, and Chris Cooper was just going through the motions. Richard Jenkins takes them both out. I don't care if he was on the list or not. His scene in the office with Danny Houston was the only scene in the movie that was worthwhile. Not because it was especially well written or directed. It was because Richard Jenkins'
it was Richard
presence
Jenkins.
takes over and mesmerizes to the point that at that point I actually thought maybe this film would be okay. But then we don't see him again till the very end. We do have... I'm just going to go off a little bit here.
Why don't you?
We do see Jennifer Garner, okay? Jennifer Garner, and we see her constantly, who I'm going to put forward as Repulsive every freaking week until she is added to the Repulsive list. Because she is freaking awful. Her constant pouty face makes me want to throw up. She needs to not be in movies. She needs to not be on stupid credit card commercials that I have to watch during freaking football. She needs to just go away. Nobody hire her. Go star in some, I don't know.
Kabuki Theater?
And this has nothing to do with the fact that his most favorite actor of all time.
What the hell does that have to
used
do with
be married
anything?
to
I
her.
think
I didn't even know that. Is that a fact?
You didn't know that?
I don't think he is
She's
now.
married, she was
You
married
know-
to Mark Ruffalo?
No, you say Ben Affleck is the greatest actor of our
she
generation.
was married to Ben Affleck.
Yes,
was.
she was, and he
Oh.
cheated on her.
Oh, well, how the hell would I know that, Murray?
I don't know.
I have a feeling there
common
is some
knowledge much
motivation
everywhere
here.
else. I think there is. I think
Yeah, I don't
I'm
sit
pretty
there
sure
reading
there
the
is.
tabloids.
I think there is motivation.
I
there.
think so, I agree with you, Murray. I think that
I think
that anybody
there's-
that goes against
Are you saying that
the
she wasn't
greatest
repulsive?
actor, okay, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that Murray has a point here, because anybody that goes against Ben Affleck and you
I
is automatically
I am the most
repulsive.
objective
Exactly.
person on
Right?
the planet when it comes to Ben Affleck.
You are not.
No,
you're
I am
not.
because I see him for who he is, while everybody
How-
else has this preconceived notion,
No, I think-
and
I
they will
think
never give him
90%
credit.
of the world is wrong.
I
and
think.
Bryce is
I
right
think.
on
Wait a
this.
minute.
Correct.
Well, it can't be everybody because he's still in movies, just like
Because
Jennifer
he's
Garner.
rich. He has rich friends.
But
It
no,
always
no.
comes down to money
okay,
with
let's
humor.
let's break it down to this.
We'll go around.
I would agree that both Murray and I find Ben Affleck repulsive. I would agree that Bryce is wrong about Ben Affleck and everything Bryce talks about.
Okay, why are we talking
Regarding
about Ben Affleck?
Well, you put up his ex-wife, so we're just putting up
I
Ben
didn't
Affleck.
know it was his ex-wife, for one thing. Who the hell knows who's married to who? Her
Apparently,
name's not Jennifer Affleck. How the hell am I supposed to know she was ever married to Ben Affleck?
well, Casey Affleck's got the last name Affleck. Is he married to Ben Affleck?
I assume no. I don't know. Maybe. I think they're brothers, though.
You think they're brothers.
Why do I need to know? I just watched them in the movies. I watched them play act.
But I will absolutely agree with you that I think Jennifer Garner is repulsive.
So repulsive.
I don't
Remember
find it-
when we were dared to see
Oh God, she's
Electra
awful.
or whatever that was?
Oh,
Yeah, I dared you to see it.
I don't
Yeah, it was
understand why
awful.
she hasn't come up as repulsive before this. I looked at the list thinking she must already be on it, but she wasn't, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
By the way, this movie is a total freaking rage. It is just a raw Yankee movie that I just makes me want to throw up in my mouth. I
know what
have no idea what the point of this is, other
was
than to
kind of-
pump the tires of Yankee Land.
I don't know. It was a little bit anti Saudi Arabia. You could see that for sure.
Oh yeah. And really, the only guy that's a decent dude in the whole thing is the guy that dies. Like, come on.
Exactly. Well, you know what? That's just like real life.
I suppose, but it was such a dog crap piece of I think everybody involved with this bloody movie needs to be off every list. I love you, Chris Cooper, but you're in the kingdom. And this was garbage. So I think you're gone. I think Bateman's so gone because Chris Cooper definitely. I mean, between Cooper and Bateman, you're picking Cooper. Yes. Okay. Anyways,
But I didn't think
put
I
it
didn't
forward
think
to
Bateman
you.
was
It's
awful.
all on,
I don't think Bateman was awful.
No, he wasn't awful.
He was not.
This movie
But
was awful.
This movie was awful, and Cooper out-Coopered him.
Yes.
For sure.
But Cooper was just going
But
through. Cooper was collecting a paycheck here.
Richard
He's
Jenkins did out Richard Jenkins, the two of them.
like, he did.
So they're both gone.
Okay, good.
And now we have to find out if Richard Jenkins
Is
is allowed,
actually gone.
is allowed to be gone.
I guarantee you we took him off. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Seriously,
I
that
wouldn't have
scene
put
in
this movie
in The
forward.
Office with Danny Houston, I could watch that scene, that 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
Let me watch it 45 times instead of watching this movie once.
If anybody who listens to us knows when we took Richard Jenkins off our list, let us know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go back and listen to all our episodes.
Well, we just got to look at all the times Richard Jenkins was. We got it on the thing, Richard Jenkins versus whatever.
That's true.
So there should be only 2 or 3, I think.
I don't know. We had a Richard Jenkins off. I was Jenkins off a little while there.
Yeah, we were Jenkining off for a while there, weren't we?
We were. But, okay, but I have someone else to bring up.
Gonna Jenkin off after the podcast.
Yeah, I think we should have a circle jank.
Little circle Jenkin.
That's right. I'm going to put forward because I think this may be unanimous.
Okay, just a second though. Is
What?
Jennifer Garner not hit? She is
Well,
hideous.
I think Murray vetoed it. Murray likes Jennifer Gardner.
Oh.
I don't find her repulsive.
There you
Oh,
go.
for
So-
crying out! Okay, well,
She's not mesmerizing.
I'm put-
but I don't
Okay.
mind her.
I'm just waiting for the week that Murray's not here, and then hopefully he won't notice it
Nope,
on the
he's
podcast.
already vetoed it, so it's not going to happen.
well, I'm putting it forward every week
But you know
anyways.
what you could do the work of? You could do the work of Doubted.
Fine.
Get on it. Now, who I'm putting forward this week for mesmerizing,
Yes.
because we lost 2 and maybe got 1 back, is Justin Long.
Sure.
Just let me think.
He's absolutely mesmerizing.
The
Every
second
movie he's been
the
in.
second he was on screen in this, in
You
the
were
Barbarian,
smiling.
it was like, wow.
Yeah, that was like halfway through.
Yes.
He's
That's
so
when I
good.
started actually liking the movie.
You know what? Yeah, every time he is on, he is all that I can watch when he pops up,
Yep.
and it's like
It
he's
doesn't
so
matter
he's
what
just
he's
so
doing.
good.
Like even in
even when he's playing, like it doesn't matter what type of character he's playing either. He's either. The thing about Justin Long is he's so likable
yes,
that even when he's a total douchebag,
you still like him.
love him.
I know. What is that? He plays like some of the most repulsive.
Oh, he's just the
His
worst.
character in this one is almost like the character in Tusk.
Oh, it's just
Almost.
so good. Just so good. Yeah, okay. He's yeah.
Murray's giving it a yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Murray give it a
absolutely.
yes.
I love
All right. Well,
All right.
apparently, we're all fucked up this week.
Why is that?
But you know what? The best thing about this was I have never seen a vein popping out of Bryce like we just did today.
Well,
I mean, I see some veins when
I
we
think
do
that-
our
that
Jenkins
also,
off, but the vein that was on his forehead talking about the kingdom
I tell
was
you-
worth the price of
So
admission.
I'm kind of wishing I put that movie into my dare bag.
I'm kind of wishing we saw it together.
What's his
actually.
head? Berg, whatever his name. What's his name? Something Berg.
Some Berg
The dude that directed it. He directs so many of this garbage, and he's just, and he sticks himself in the movie too. He's in that stupid room at the beginning of the movie where they're all discussing what the strategy's gonna be in the little war room they got going on there. Peter Berg. that's
Yes,
his name.
Peter Berg.
And he's blah, 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 and it's like, just shut up, Peter Berg.
Remember when
Why
he
are you
did-
making garbage?
Do you remember when he did Lone Survivor?
I do. And he got kudos for it. And it was garbage.
Okay, you know what? We're just going to talk about his last 7 movies.
Let's do it.
Justin Long?
Peter
No.
Berg.
Peter Berg. Spencer Confidential?
Garbage. That was Mark Wahlberg. It's
Oh, God,
terrible.
yeah. That's right.
Rage.
TV movie, Mile 22.
I know
I
I
think that's a
saw it.
Wahlberg film, too.
I saw it, and I don't remember it, so that's not a good sign.
Okay, that's probably a meh.
Probably
Patriots
a man.
Day?
Rage.
All right. Deepwater Horizon?
Rage. That's the only
Lone Survivor?
Rage. Is it just Mark Wahlberg that he puts in movies?
Battleship? That was
Rage.
That was a super rage.
I didn't know he directed Battleship.
I'm still looking. Oh, Hancock. That was a meh.
Hancock. That
But
was
then it's
with
followed by The Kingdom, which was a rage.
Rage.
And
Friday
Jason
night,
Bateman.
and then Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, which is a rage.
Murray, do you have anything to
What?
say about any of those ones?
What are we deciding on something here?
Yeah, if you agree with Peter Berg's ratings that Bryce was talking about, or
Not
if you
all-
have
not
not
all
seen
of
a lot of
them.
them,
Not all of them.
did you see any of them?
Yeah, I saw a few.
Was any of them a Mondo?
No.
Okay. I think I don't want to go back and watch any of these again.
I've seen them all. I don't know how I've seen them all, but I've seen every freaking one of those
In theaters, too. I know.
in theater.
I know.
Not one did I watch online.
I know.
I shelled out money. Well, how many movies was that?
It was a lot.
And I shelled out probably like $12 to $15 every time.
Yep.
How much have I given this?
2,
Jaguar.
3, 4, 5, Battleship, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to Friday Night Lights.
There you go. So yeah, at the very minimum, I've shelled out like $100 plus for this guy's movies, and I'm beyond. He is so god awful.
You know, this list episode is probably the best thing that's ever happened on our podcast.
How's that?
It's given me a headache
It's
actually.
definitely- You get his vein popping, that's for sure.
I know. Murray, did you see?
I'm waiting for his head to,
I was.
to
Can
explode.
you, when that's happening next time, can you please take a picture of it? I want to post
his
that on
vein?
social media.
Oh, okay.
I want to see the giant vein in Bryce's.
His face go red and his vein
And his vein
head about to
pops.
explode. Yeah, I'll remember that.
Nice.
All right, let's move on before I
All right.
Have a
well,
Pop a different
Coronary.
vein?
before we go on this whole Jason Bateman thing, who's
Yes.
now no longer on our
right.
list,
Yeah.
Yep.
I had other
Other
choices.
things. Okay.
to follow up on Mr. Walken because obviously he didn't get taken off. With
Oh,
the,
Walken's off.
Walken Phoenix.
Oh, the Phoenix.
Because obviously he didn't get taken off from the last movie.
Nope.
No.
So I got another one. I
Okay.
got Quills with Phoenix and Jeffrey Rush, who I believe is still on our list.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Rush is probably never gonna leave.
There you go.
Well, we'll see.
I may or may not watch this one.
Quills. Wow. I saw Quills when it first came out, and
In theaters.
I think Rush was
loved
nominated
it.
for this one.
yes, it is something to behold.
All right then.
I don't think Jeffrey Rush is ever going anywhere. He did. I feel sorry
He
for
doesn't do enough
anybody who
movies.
Yeah, but when he does,
Yeah, that's true.
I feel sorry for anybody up against him.
There you go.
We shall see. We shall see. If anybody can hold his own, it's Mr. Phoenix.
Last week on Rage or Dare. Or Casey. The boys decided to choose from the Casey remake bag of true torture and suffering and pulled the 2017 remake Flatliners. While some might think the classic original with Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, and Oliver Platt may not have warranted a remake, I heartily disagree. This week, Bryce will be the first to place his hands in the rage bag of destiny and try to pull High School Musical 3. Will it be reminiscent of Flash Gordon reaching into the tree and keeping his arm? Or will it be more like Fargo and the wood chipper? But first, let's check in with the crew and find out if I was a visionary genius for putting the remake of Flatliners in my remake bag of true torture and suffering, or... What is this or? I am Casey the Great and Powerful. Of course I'm a visionary genius.
Is he done?
He's done.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
All right. Jim is,
Having a convulsion right now.
yeah, he's finding things funny. I found nothing about this dare funny. Nothing at all. Flatliners was dumb and barely watchable. I am, of course, talking about the original from 1990. Why would they remake such a terrible film? At least they probably couldn't make it any worse, right? Wrong! The 2017 remake is 10 times worse than the original. The characters are unlikable, and I was literally disappointed every time they brought one of them back to life. Why couldn't they all just stay dead? Nothing made sense in this. The relationships made no sense. The characters were inconsistent, and I find it hard to believe that after dying, you would go out partying moments later. Also, apparently dying and coming back to life makes you super horny. What is happening? Why is Sophia bringing Jamie back to her apartment to have sex in front of her mother? Why did Kiefer Sutherland agree to be in this crap? Why am I watching this? Oh yeah, because Casey dared us to. Damn you, Casey! I'm not looking forward to the putrid offerings that your bag has in store for us. And yes, Flatliners 2017 was a rage!
Okay, I have a question.
What?
Was Kiefer in the new one?
Yes!
What?
Yes, he was.
Oh my god, he was in it.
He was in it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah! This whole frickin' experience was unfortunate.
Okay, we have some unpacking, but let me tell you what I thought of Flatliners remake.
Yeah.
The dialogue, especially anytime they were in the hospital, was flatlining my brain. Every single second-year doctor, which they're supposed to be, doesn't know a diagnosis that even I know. So right away I'm like, these are doctors? Thanks, Kiefer Sutherland, for helping us to see how stupid everyone is until they die. Is that the real message here?
I don't know what the message was.
But wait, then we had to watch the doctors interact with patients. And I'm like, holy fucking God, did these writers and directors of this recrap of a movie ever been to a hospital or even watch an episode of Scrubs? Everything about this is so badly done. The introduction of the story was so painful and contrived. Elliot Page's character and their quote-unquote special project comes right out of the middle of nowhere. Plus, no hospital anywhere has enough money to throw around an entire other hospital underground as a backup, especially one that has like an MRI machine and ultrasound equipment out the yin yang. Those things cost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Nothing made sense.
And then everyone just goes along for the ride. It's like, hey, #Kill Club. And yet they always had problems bringing them back from the dead. I'm like, what? So let's spend 30 minutes watching each of them take turns dying and then failing as doctors to try and revive them over and over again. Suffice to say, the science, logic, and acting in this were all flat. Lining.
Yes.
But it needed to be made, right? They absolutely needed to remake this film, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I love
not.
Elliot Page as much as the Lex person, but even they could not save this train wreck. The whole premise of this film is flawed in the first place. And as you watch the film, like so many awful recraps, the story is just 30 years old. That's it. And being with all the other stupid and more stupid and exceptionally stupid flashback montaging. And we are to believe that every time someone dies, as well as, like you said, needs to have sex, when they're brought back to life, we have another final destination scene for no apparent reason, no explanation. As per the line in the film, some lines should not be crossed. And they are called Flatliners, the film.
Yeah.
Now, how is this better or worse than the original? Yes. Apparently, like Bryce, I also watched the original. The original was also terrible,
Yes.
but more like the Murderous Doctor's Breakfast Club. And just like the remake, neither of the doctors did any real scientific study throughout. I mean, the premise of doing a scientific study is to do a scientific study. No one took notes. Nobody did any follow-up on anything when they came back to life. No one did anything. And to your point, anybody that I know that's been revived from the dead doesn't want to go out and drink and fuck. It just doesn't happen.
No.
So, yeah. I hate to actually say this because I find her the most repulsive actor on the planet. And I will deny ever saying this after this. This episode will be deleted after you've all had a chance to hear it. But Julia Roberts' acting was the best thing in the original movie. And that's saying something.
That is speaking
Like,
volumes.
I've never seen a cast of big actors in a movie that were more awful. And the fact that Julia Roberts was better than all of them is embarrassing. Both of these movies were terrible.
They were so bad.
And we weren't even dared to see the original again. Casey.
Casey, you bastard.
You devil. You're the devil, I say.
You suck.
Now.
I don't want to pull from his bag anymore. That was... Because so far, Casey's given me
Batting
the remake
1,000.
of Point Break
A remake.
There's
and the remake of Flatliners.
There's a lot more in there.
And like, you know how I kind of bitch and complain about sometimes the listener's bag doesn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't complain about that with Casey.
No.
Casey definitely gets it.
Casey gets it.
Casey has given me 2 films that were so god awful that I'm like, I don't know that I can keep on watching this, but I have to.
But you know what's even more exciting is now you have to reach your bag into the wood chipper or the trunk of the tree like Flash Gordon.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, do you remember Flash Gordon? Where he sticks his hand in and the tree plays.
Saw it like 30 years ago.
How could
So-
you not remember Flash Gordon?
So just how is this working now? For the next little while, we're going to go, I'm pulling from your bag, you're pulling from my bag, we're both
Yep.
pulling from Casey's bag.
Yes.
Just for the next little
Yes. So it's going to be sheer
Basic-
terror and torture,
bit. And that'll go on
For the-
until one of us pulls
dies.
High School Musical 3.
or one of us decides to end their life to not see another movie.
Oh, I never even thought that that's an option.
That's
I could pull whatever it is from your bag, and I can decide: do I watch this movie,
Or is it worth
do I just
dying
end
for?
it all?
That's right.
Huh?
All right.
All right. Well, so let's see.
I sure hope you're here next week. We've got lots to do next week. Dig deep. There's no trick you're going to find in there. When we come back, so before you read this,
Yes.
I know there's destiny awaits,
Yeah.
but we may be taking a little bit of break next week because next week we're going into festival season and we are going to be probably changing things up a little bit.
Well, next week we're definitely going to be reviewing like a schwack of movies.
Yeah,
But-
so-
but the week after that, it's going to be. So I don't know.
That's
what
going to
you're
be bad
talking
too. I just don't know what's going to happen next week. So we may not get to this till we come back from festival. I'm
Oh,
saying.
you're just saying that I might have an extra
You
couple
might have-
weeks to watch this.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Whatever it may be.
or end it.
I
'cause-
haven't looked at it yet.
So
That's right.
I'm kind of afraid.
We decided what you're watching here or what?
No, we're building more suspense,
Oh, so
Murray.
you're not going to tell people.
Well,
No,
we're going
no,
to tell
we're
them.
gonna tell
They're
them
gonna
right
tell
now.
them.
I have
I'm
to
just,
look at it
I'm
first,
just
though.
saying we may not be back next week
Yeah.
for Bryce
Right.
Okay.
or Bryce's vision.
Okay, please don't be High School Musical 2 or 3. Or
Please
any
be
of them.
4.
No High School
I didn't
Musical,
know there
no
was
High
a
School
4, but-
Musical. No High School Musical. Precious Cargo from 2016. I don't know what that is. What's
I think
Precious
it's Ray
Cargo?
Liotta.
Is it Ray Liotta?
I think it's some kind of
yeah.
elephant they're
Elephant.
transporting. Is it
They're
an
transporting an
elephant?
elephant?
Is it an elephant? It's something.
This
with
sounds
something
fantastic.
with a cargo
Ray
plane.
Liotta and an
animal.
elephant?
I never saw it. I remember.
What
something
is
about
this?
It's
like
it's
a-
worse.
It's like a Disney film.
It's
isn't
actually Bruce Willis,
it? Oh.
Okay.
who is
it's
doubted.
it's gonna be god awful. Okay.
Yep. And
Precious Cargo. I hope I
Mark
haven't seen
Paul Gosselaar.
it. Oh, that's Zach from Saved by the
Zach from
Bell.
Saved by the Bell. See,
Yep.
he does watch TV.
Yep.
I
He
was
only
a-
watched
I was
that.
like 10 once.
Yeah, this is supposedly a crime boss tries to make off with loot that belongs to another thief.
That isn't the one I thought of.
Apparently, it's like Liam Neeson movie, but instead of Liam Neeson,
It's Bruce Willis.
it's Old Man Willis
Okay, so I'm gonna watch a movie
called Precious
called Precious Cargo.
Cargo.
Who would be the predominant female actor in this movie?
Claire Forlani or
Oh,
Forlani.
Florlani.
She's from the Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Mallrats,
apparently a terrible, terrible person.
Is she?
In real life or as an actor?
Is that what Ben
That's
Affleck
a-
told you?
That's what Kevin Smith, I think, said it was.
Oh, I thought Ben.
Oh,
Affleck
did he
told-
really?
I thought Ben Affleck.
Oh,
told you
maybe it
that.
wasn't her. No, I think it was her. I don't know. Was she the one in the Jackie Chan movie, The Tuxedo?
I don't know.
Nobody
that was
knows.
Jennifer Love Hewitt,
Nobody
wasn't it?
knows the answer to that.
Isn't that Jennifer Love Hewitt?
I thought it was Claire Floriani.
Only thing I know her from is
or
from
whatever it
Mallrats.
is.
The thing I know her from.
But
Yeah,
you know
I
what? We're
I
all
love
we're all
Mallrats.
we're all dying to
Oh,
hear what happens when you watch this movie.
I might. Yeah, I got some time to watch it.
You do.
Yep. Oh, baby. This has been the best week of my life. Thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to Extended Film Rage family, who you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey, the nerdy photographer, for the voice of Rage or Dare and for the most delicious, delicious ragey bag of goodness. Find us everywhere on social media at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We are always wanting to make this a raging blast for all of you listeners. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us an email to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, and particularly Bryce. But no matter what you do, please, pretty please, 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 make us rage. That's it for this week. Rage on!
Rage on.